Hey, what's up, you guys? It's makeup time. So just gonna pin my hair back. And I finished season 5 of Sweet Magnolias, so I'm really excited to talk about it. I've been seeing some TikToks about it and they're so funny. Like there's this one episode, I don't know which season it's from, but Cal like literally like falls down the stairs, but it's like he's facing one way and then he falls the opposite way. I don't know, it was so funny and everyone's like, yeah, I love hate watching this show. And I was like, honestly, I do too. So I'm going to tell you what I thought about the rest of the season. I picked up the Morphe eye brushes just because I was so impressed by the face brushes. I'm like, these have to be just as good. So as you can see, I'm opening the package and there are like 7 brushes in here. It's the I Want It All brush set. I'm really excited to try. So, but first we're going to go in with the P.Louise primer, the cosmetic base on our eyelids. Then I like to just take a pea-sized amount. I'll show it to you for the other eye. That much. I'm just gonna and then I also got these Morphe one and done mini makeup sponges. So I thought this would be like perfect to help me with the eye primer. So just to make it like stay in place, and notice that it's spread around everywhere. Since we are having a bit of a green moment, I'm definitely going to do some green eyeshadow. So I'm taking the P.Louise Creative Comeback palette. Guys, this is my first time using it and I'm so excited. I think I saw Nikki Tutorial's video in February and I'm like, I need this. But I don't think they had discussed whether or not they were going to release it again. But they did, and I ordered it through TikTok Shop. What's it called? I pre-ordered it. It's like a little slightly messed up, but that's okay because they didn't have like any more. Like they sold out in the States. So I was like, you know what, it's like not even that big of a deal. Alright, let me show you. So look at these sparkles. So if you can just see this, that one, it's like a teensy bit messed up. So if you guys know how to fix like makeup palettes, you just let me know. I'm gonna just like fix that a little bit. And then what is this? This is like I think this is warm tones. Such beautiful colors. Now I don't have to buy a palette anytime I want to try like a different color. I mean, I probably still will because I know what I'm about. But then we also have the cool tones, and these are stunning. All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna use the cool mattes because that's where my green is. We don't have a lot of counter space, so we're working with what we got. Okay, I'm gonna take that M303 brush to stamp on 01 of the cool mattes. Oh my god, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful color. Right, so Sweet Magnolias. I think I finished it a little over a week ago, so everything's not super fresh, but I made some notes. I think Dana Sue and Clark are gonna have a bit of a thing. Like, I thought this before her and Ronnie kind of are gonna go, like, I don't think they're getting divorced, but I think they're separating. So I thought this before like all the fire and stuff happened because I don't know, like Clark was giving flirty, and like I know they have like they're like enemies, but like enemies to lovers, like magic. So I was like low-key getting the vibe that he was like hitting on her, and I was like, you know what, I like this. I don't even really know why Dana Sue and Ronnie get back together. Like, that's how unmemorable like the other seasons are. I don't remember, like, I know why they got separated or divorced, but I don't remember why they got back together. But I never really got the vibe she liked him, which fair. I mean, he cheated on her. Like, I wouldn't like him either. But I don't know. He's always like doing the most, I feel. So when Clark is like a little flirty with Dana Sue, I was like, okay, like I'm about this because he's being like reasonable, which we love. Okay, so this could just be like a me thing, but I'm not loving using the M303 to get the to get the color all over my lids, just because I feel like, I mean, I guess people do it like this, right? But I don't like doing that because I have sensitive eyes. So I think I'm gonna switch to a different brush, but this has nothing to do with like the fact that I don't think it's a good brush. I feel like this would be more for a color, like putting it on the inner eyes right there. So we are gonna go pick out a different brush. Okay, I'm taking the M333 eye blender. I know this is a blender, but I just prefer using like a bigger brush to kind of get it all over my lids. What's it called? I don't know if anyone caught on to this, but Maddie played Ariel in Once Upon a Time, and her mother-in-law, Cal's mom, is like the voice of Ariel. And like they were chatting, and I was like, oh my god, two little mermaids, how cute. So I loved that. I thought that was adorable and really nice to pick up on. I don't think my greens are even. I think this is more pigmented than this one. Now I'm gonna take 04 with the M303 just to give some like dimension. I'm just gonna keep it on the corner of my eyes. And then Annie went on a date with, I think his name was Blake, and they go watch scary movies. And she's like really scared, and he's like, oh my god, are you still scared? She's like, yeah. And then he kisses her. He's like, are you still scared? And she's like, yes, but after another one maybe I won't be. I was like, girl, that was smooth as hell. I don't know, maybe I don't really flirt like that at all, but I thought that was, I was like, you ate that up. But then the fire scene happened. It was so crazy. I low-key thought Ronnie died because the vibe it was giving and like the music. I was like, oh my god, he's definitely, something bad's definitely happened. But it was really sweet when he's like, I have to go get that picture of Annie on the piano. That was like really sweet and really hard to watch. I do feel like it is his fault. Obviously, I know it is a little bit. But yeah, it was giving the vibe that it was his fault. But when he was like, oh, I should have just like been on it. Like I should have known that was something. I was like, buddy, it's not just your responsibility. I feel like has a lot of pressure on him, which I get. But I'm like, maybe if you like paid attention to your family a little bit more, like, I don't know, things would be better. But yeah, the fire was really scary. It just kept going. This is what these are looking like right now. Now I'm going to take the M331, the eye blender, and just kind of go back and forth to like make the dark green color smoother. Just like blend it in better. Oh my god, when Jessica goes to put Eric in his place, when he's like, what was she? I can't remember what she said, but essentially it was like, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Not exactly, but he was like, you don't get in adult conversations. And she's like, you're gonna like ruin your life. You're gonna push this woman away who loves you so much, and you're gonna be alone, and it's gonna be the Whitley way all over again, and you think you know what you're doing, but you don't. And she really put him in his place, and I was like, good for you, Jessica, doing God's work over here. Because he was like doing too much. Okay, now I think I'm gonna take, with the same brush, I'm gonna go in with 01 and just kind of blend it out like so. I like use the brushes how I see fit. So if there's like you feel like there's a correct way to do it, you do you, boo. I do it like what speaks to me like in the moment. So that's just how I do it. Is it correct? No. But does it work? Yeah. So that's just the vibe. I feel like I am blending this out a little bit. What's it called? I think Timothy, the guy who's in the play with Lily and Kyle, I think he has a crush on Lily. It's just like the vibe that I'm getting because I don't know, I feel like he was like hitting on her a lot, but she's obviously not interested because she's with Kyle. There's like a scene where Kyle's like, I need to know why Timothy is in this play so I can be a better presence in his life. And I'm like, girl, you're like 15, relax. And you're like, you're not his teacher, you're just what he views as like a rival. But then Lily and Kyle were talking and they were continuing, and Kyle was like, yeah, and I want to get to know you better. And she's like, oh, so I can be in the play, so I can do a better job in the play. And he's like, no, so I can love you the right way. And I was like, I know that's right. Between Kyle and Kyle is definitely the better brother. Um, this is like jumping to the end, but literally him texting Annie saying I miss you, so out of pocket. So out of pocket, because I'm like, you literally expected that girl to um put her life on the line, not her life on the line, Jesus, her future on the line so she could go on tour with you. And I was like, you have like a lot of faith in yourself. I feel like Cal is such a good husband because like Maddie's like, I'm really happy, but Helen and Dana, so you can hear my dog, are like definitely going through it. And she's like, I don't know how we're gonna like scale this mountain or something. And he's like, if you want to take a break, like you can scale it another time, or if you need permission to stop. I'm like, you always know the right things to say. He was looking really good this season. He was not looking good this season. He fell down the stairs. Like he had like a side bang going, and I'm like, this is not your look, not your look at all. Um, but then there's that scene where they're at the baseball. I think it's the baseball game. I can't remember. But when Courtney's like, it's like Ronnie, Courtney, and I think Jeremy. They're fighting, and Dana Sue's like, "What's wrong?" And Courtney's like, "It's just business, honey." I was like, "Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?" Like that was just so uncalled for. I'm like Dana Sue's his wife. She's not just like some rando. And she's like, yeah, we're just having a disagreement. And I'm like, I think it's looking a little bit more than a disagreement. And then she like runs to her dad to like save her. And everyone's like, what are you, 10? Like, and like, Jeremy obviously has a reason to be concerned because this dude's house went up in flames, or Ronnie's house went up in flames, and it's probably because of those off-brand bikes. And she's like, it's fine, every business has bumps in the road. Like, it doesn't look like you know what you're doing. And Ronnie's just like, is so desperate for the bike business to work out, that he's just like gonna listen to whatever she says. And Jeremy, he's like, I can't do this because this is not good for my family. And I was like, Noreen was there a lot this season, like not in a bad way, but I'm just like, they really are acting like she's like the backbone. And I guess maybe she is. I don't know. Everyone's like the backbone in this show, which I guess is sweet. I don't know. It's like whatever. It's cheesy. Now I'm gonna take the M303 and put in $46 for shimmer and topper. Yeah, so gorgeous. I'm so excited. So I was right. Katie does end up calling Cal dad, which I thought was really cute. But the way that like he didn't even seem like phased by it. So I'm like, did she already call him dad and I just like completely missed it? I don't know if like they didn't want to like make a big deal out of it. But like it looked like she had been doing it sounded like she had been doing it forever. So it was like so cute. But no, I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember a lot from the previous seasons or like at all. So, but he like does such a good job with her. He like really steps up, and I thought that was really sweet. And then I feel like Kyle has matured so much in the sense, okay, I don't know if I'm loving putting glitter on with this. Maybe I'll just put it on with my finger. Like that feels like the best thing to do. Yeah, Kyle has like really matured. He's giving like such a good, well-adjusted kid. I'm like this kid has an amazing therapist. Um and I kind of had a feeling like he wanted to low-key be a therapist, and then when he said it to Lily, I was like, okay, clock it. I knew exactly what I was talking about. Um this is where the glitter, like when he was talking about, I hope like the people I love, their life goes parallel to mine, but I'm not like forcing, and he's like not attaching, like that's when you know you've like reached like peak healing, I feel. So I was happy for him. I don't know what Ty's deal is. um what's it called? I can't remember that girl's name, but she's like, he leaves people before other people can leave him. And I'm like, but no one was leaving him. But I guess like he definitely has those like abandonment issues from his dad and stuff. Um, but I don't know. It might just be like Kyle and Katie now, and they'll just be like, he's on tour, and it's like he's always gonna be on tour, or he'll like live in a different state. So which like is fine, you know. How are we feeling? Are you feeling this? I've never used green eyeshadow before, so like this is super fun for me. What else was I gonna talk about? During Helen's bridal shower, when she talks to Cal's mom and she's like, I need your help with something, I think she's gonna help her with a wedding dress. And later we find out that she helped her with the veil, which I thought the veil was cute, but the dress was ugly. Just personal opinion. Like you could have done so much better. And then when she starts singing at the wedding, I was like, okay, T, we could, you know, not for me, but like you live in your truth. The wedding was nice. I honestly thought Ty was gonna show up at the end, like, um, like he's gonna be like, I'm back, guys, and it was gonna be like this whole thing, because I feel like at the end of the season they always do like a big reveal, and I guess this time they did, because Dana Sue is like leaving Ronnie, which low-key I'm glad. I'm like, I don't know why you guys got together in the first place. As you can see, I'm just adding like more glitter. I'm just trying to make it even. I like it. I'm happy with this. Okay, so this is not necessarily like a final verdict on these brushes, because I didn't use all of them, but the Morphe eye brushes are okay. I don't think I like them better than the BK Beauty ones. But it is my first time using it, so I do need to get the hang of it a little bit more. But I am excited for this one. They added like a little, the M402, they added like a spoolie for the eyebrows, which I love, because sometimes I'm like not able to find my eyebrow pencil. So this is good. But yeah, I feel like once I use it more, I'll have a better idea. And I think this brush, what's it called? The M3A2 will be good if I want to make like a liner, like a line with eyeshadow. And I don't think the BK Beauty has something like that. Don't quote me on it. but I like that it's small and precise. So right now I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 just because I think they're kind of meh. That's, but I still need to use them a couple of times to really get that full review going. Now I'm using the Wonder Skin gel eyeliner for my inner liner. You know what I'm saying? We saw Peggy a lot more this season, which was cool. I never saw her with Isaac though. I don't remember if something happened in the last season, but I was like, isn't she technically Isaac's birth mother? Like, do they not want a relationship? Anyways, I feel like that was like barely touched on this season. And then, oh my god, Isaac and his boyfriend doing too much. Isaac needs to say I love you first. He needs to do the grand gestures, like he having Kyle and that other guy like be his server, which okay, fine, like I can respect somebody who wants to plan a good date, but like he wouldn't let the other guy say I love you first, and now they're gonna move in together, which okay, I'm like, but I don't know how long this relationship has been going for because I don't remember his boyfriend from last season. But it's like funny to me because like everything is just like conveniently works out. Like I don't remember Isaac's boyfriend's name, but it's so convenient that his boss was like, yeah, you can pick wherever you want to live. I was like, okay, like that's like something I like about these shows. Like nothing is ever too deep. And I don't know, maybe life can be like that. I don't know though. Feels like a stretch. I'll like sometimes forget that Isaac, Kyle, and Katie, and even Bex, they're all siblings. And so sometimes they'll hang out together and I'll be like, oh, like Isaac's Katie's older brother. And then like it'll take me a second because I mean they all know, but such a big family tree. Okay, I put my liner with the Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes one, and I don't film doing my eyeliner because it's already like put so much pressure on me, and then like if I have the camera also watching me and you guys, I'm like, I'm gonna mess it up, and like even then it's not really like perfect when I do it. But I haven't been doing eyeliner for a long time, so I always try to do it whenever I'm doing makeup just to get better at it. Like obviously this is a Christian kind of vibe show, which is fine. That's why it's like really cheesy, but I like that they still drink alcohol and they're still really accepting of everybody. So I thought that was cool because I feel like with some other Christian shows, not that I watch a whole lot, they're like they live very like by the book, which you do you, but not everyone is like that. So I like that they have their margarita night, and you know when Helen, Dana, Sue, and Maddie stormed into Courtney's dad's house, inspirational. It was like guns blazing, and I was like, this is girl power. But then Courtney starts crying. Mind you, it's like not even a real cry. Like when toddlers, you take something away from them and they just like cry for like a couple minutes, and then but there's like no tears, and then you give them something else that they want, and then they just like stop crying magically. Like that's the vibe she was giving. Like there were no tears. She definitely messed up. But yeah, and then Paula walking out being like, you were supposed to make sure what's it called? She takes accountability for this. I was like, oh, so you guys have discussed this. Yeah, and then Clark and Dana Sue, the enemies to lovers, was truly giving, and he was like, because before he was like really controlling about the place, right? But now he's like, it's my responsibility to help you realize your dream. And I was like, and I don't know, like the whole vibe of it, I was like, is this my type? I don't know. I'm like, but I don't know what about it. It's been like a minute, but I was like, do I love you? So I'm hoping him and Dana Sue definitely get together because you guys know me. I love a good enemies to lovers. But it just be like such a full circle moment. Um, Yeah, and I'm using the Fenty Hella Thick mascara. Eric's parents, mean as hell, low key, when they were asking their opinion and they're like, well, it's your wedding. Why are you threatening me? Um, and like, even if you don't mean it, you can just be like, yeah, it's nice. And the fact that they didn't, that like Eric and his brother didn't think that they were gonna show up, I'm like, damn, that really shows you what kind of parents they like, how they view you. But then they did end up coming and in like a brighter outfit, which I thought was cute because they were trying to like mend fences, something like that. I'm like, in real life, it doesn't work like that. There's a lot of pull and push, and you know. But it was sweet when Eric's mom like opened up to Helen and was like, I don't want to lose my baby. Like, Helen's not the reason you're gonna lose him, baby girl. You are. But she's like, no, this is just the beginning. And then both the brothers getting along, that was nice too. Because they don't like when siblings don't like each other. Oh yeah, Ronnie's sister came this season. I low-key forgot about her too. She was with Bill when he died, right? And then I think at the end of one of the seasons, she like went up to Annie and she's like, "You're Dana Sue's daughter." I could be misremembering, but I vaguely remember that. But she came in for like a second, and she was trying to get. I don't know if she was trying to get Ronnie to like leave the bike barn, but that didn't work because he wants to pursue it. Which I'm like, maybe let's not. Maybe let's find something else. And even Dana Sue was like, when are you gonna realize? Like, you need to grow the fuck up. And I was like, you're right. And I like that she's like focusing on her dreams instead. Because it's like, I don't know, this dude's doing too much all the time. What else? This is what my mascara looks like. I'm gonna put primer on, the baby skin one from Maybelline, and as I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to do my eyebrows. The baseball team pitch was really cute. After Kyle like congratulated Cal and was like, he was like, oh my god, yeah, that stuff really helps. I thought that was really sweet. And I was like, do you guys think Kyle is gonna call Cal dad? Jesus. Kyle is going to call Cal dad. I don't know, because he was definitely like had more of a relationship with Bill than I feel like Katie did, just because he was there for a longer period of time. Even though like traumatic things happen in this show, like obviously Katie, Kyle, and Ty's dad dies, and like a few other things that I can't really, like the affair and most of the stuff related to their dad. They don't seem like traumatized by it, or like they don't like have PTSD, like even the fire, none of that. And I'm like, I want what y'all are on. Whatever that is, I want some of that. Because like they're like, with a little faith, trust, and pixie dust, like it's all fine. And I mean it's a show, so that makes sense. But I don't know. Like I feel like you didn't even see Kyle and Ty like grieve their dad. Maybe they didn't because he wasn't that great of a dad. But I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not remembering it. But they just seem so like cool, calm, and collected. Like, yeah, just another day in the life. It's like, okay, cool. Alright, I'm just filling in my eyebrows a little bit, not too much because I do need to get them done, so they already look kind of crazy. But yeah, just a little bit. Let me see what else can I think of. Yeah, Dana, Sue, and Ronnie should not have ever gone back together. Like, I can't even imagine a scenario where she's like in love with him because she just gives me the vibe that she just does not like him at all. Um, which, you know, tea. god. Now I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Paris Brow Lamination. This is what my makeup looks like, my eye makeup. Obviously I'm gonna like fix it. Because I am silly, goofy, crazy, I forgot to close out this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Because I'm having a bit of a green moment, I was like, you know what? All right, I got conceal. Now I'm using the Wonder Skin. I like that they're not like that they're not very judgy, or also like what's it called?